Thank you to Diedrich Bank, our sponsor for the 2022-23 basketball season. Live for today, bank for tomorrow, member FDIC.
Welcome, the Teutopolis Wooden Shoes and the Rockridge Rockets.
Number 2, Brandon Lee. A 5'11" senior guard, number 3, Caleb Warner. A 6'5" junior forward, number 22, Joey Nebrugge. A 6'3" senior forward, number 25, James Nebrugge. And a 6'6" senior center, number 54, Caleb Steamer. Presenting tonight's game host of the Diedrich Bank team captain of the game, the Bull of Anchorage.
Straight up.
Rockridge-3rd. Toller. Number 2, Brenton Niebrugge. Number 3, Caleb Blummer. Number 10, Garrett Gallo. Number 20, Logan Repke. Number 25, James Niebrugge. Number 30, number 54, Caleb Seamer. Manager Jackson Kinkler. And manager Caden Jerusalem. One more time for your third place, class 2 inches for the two topless wooden shoes. Please come forward to accept your third place, class 2A trophy. One more time for the two topless wooden shoes.
I mean, I told them, you know, very limited scatter report, quick turnaround. We're gonna go do us. You gotta do the things that you do and do well. Diving on the floor, pressuring the basketball, running in transition, rebounding the ball. You just gotta stick, you gotta trust your fundamentals. And they did that for the most part. And we really wore them down. They were really, really tired. We had the advantage of having a little bit more rest, but we really wore them down. And you know, Caleb was so special tonight. You know this is your last game. There's no tomorrow when it comes to basketball. There's no tomorrow. So lay it all on the line. Do not leave here and think, man, I think I could have done more, or I wish I would have done more. They left it all on the line today. There's not a lot of moments where you know this is your last one. Yeah. And they did. They knew this was their last one, and they attacked it with them. They did exactly what they've done for 35 or 6, whatever it is, games. They just played. They did them, and it was incredibly fun to watch them do that. Well, it kind of felt like a Christmas tournament or a summer game, you know, because you really got no time to breathe, and you have to move on. Like, you know, Jess stressed it to me. He said, this one's over. You've got to fight for another one. So get your mind where it needs to be. Okay, this is your last game, and I took that to heart too. Like, this is my last game to coach. I'm going to coach them as hard as I can. You know, I coach this group. Yes, yeah. To coach this group. And at halftime, I chewed them out a little bit because we weren't doing things right, and they looked at me like I was crazy. I said, guys, I'm being me. Okay, I'm going to tell you. I don't care if it's the last game. I'm going to tell you if you're doing something wrong, so snap out of it. And that they smiled, they laughed, and you know, we came out really well in the third quarter. You know, I can't say it enough. They were in 6th grade. They were told, you guys are going to be the next group. You're going to be the group that gets us to state, or you're going to be a group that goes to state. And they just kept living up to that. There was never a moment too big, but they didn't just expect it to happen. They worked for it. They worked on their own. You know, you got Brendan making 50,000 shots in his 4 summers. You got Blummy and Jimmer and Caleb and Rope working on their own, plus trying to be better baseball players. And you know, they did not expect it to just happen. They knew they had to work for it, but they also knew that they were good enough to do it. And I just incredibly impressed with that group to have that expectation on them and live up to it.
Seniors, 5 seniors, including Caden Jerusalem as your manager. What do you say about the testament that they've brought to this program, not just as leaders, but as role models for young kids coming up?
Well, I think what defined a good explanation of that was on yesterday. We got hundreds of letters from 4th graders and 1st graders, and the letters talked about how much they appreciated them. They appreciated them being a role model, and that defined them. They're such a special group. They had so many expectations put on them, and they lived up to it. They lived up to every expectation.